It goes without saying, but the Fuji X100V is undoubtedly the most popular camera on the market today. I think we all know that. From internet forums to YouTube videos to TikTok influencers, there's a strong chance that there isn't a photographer who uses the internet who isn't aware of not only the popularity of this retro-styled camera, but also its scarcity. And we could talk all day about all the things that make the X100V so great, but one, I've already done that, and two, so has everybody else. So let's assume that against all odds, you've managed to get your hands on one.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And after fiddling with the menus to get everything customized and feel just right, you're now wondering what could enhance your experience with your new camera. Well, after almost 2 years of shooting with the X100V, I have found a few accessories and extras that have helped me get the most out of my shooting experience with this camera. So forgoing the usual extras like batteries and SD cards and screen protectors and all that stuff, here's a list of 5 things that I think that you should get for your X100V. And who knows, maybe even the next X100 camera. Aside from looking cool, a good lens hood can do quite a bit. Firstly, it can reduce lens flare. Having too much can reduce contrast and can often be distracting, so having a way to mitigate that can help in a big way. And because it protrudes from the body of the camera, it also inherently adds a layer of protection to your lens. However, more importantly, when it comes to the X100V, most lens hoods also come with a filter adapter, which, when equipped with a filter, ultimately provides what many consider to be extremely important when shopping for a camera these days: weather sealing. For a camera that goes everywhere with me and is on me at all times, I simply can't say no to having this kind of protection. And I get it. I'd wager that one of the strengths of the X100V is its small, pocketable size. So yes, having a lens hood on the front of your tiny camera does kind of make it not so tiny anymore and doesn't exactly fit in the pocket as well. However, if it means that my camera is protected from the elements, then I think that that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Plus, did I mention that it looks cool? Arguably, the biggest appeal of the X100V is its likeness to a traditional film camera. With its rangefinder form factor and incredible straight-out-of-camera JPEGs, the X100V is the closest a camera can get to shooting film without actually shooting film. Now, I personally like the film look in my digital photos. I know that's very odd that we buy these cameras with insane megapixel counts only to completely degrade and soften the image to get the more vintagey film look. I like that look in my photos, and one of the defining characteristics of film is halation. Halation is an effect that occurs when bright areas appear to softly bleed around the edges of dark areas, creating a pleasing blooming effect. Now, if this is something that you want to achieve, then a diffusion filter is a must. There are many options, but I use the Tiffin Black Pro Mist 1/8 filter, and it practically lives on my camera. Not only does this protect my lens, but it also adds that subtle haze in the highlights, while also taking the digital edge off of your photos. A look, once again, that I personally go for. It is worth mentioning that the only way to attach a filter to the X100V is through the previously mentioned filter adapter. These can be purchased either separately or with a lens hood. So say you've installed a bunch of cool recipes and you've taken a bunch of great photos, and because Fuji's JPEGs just look so great out of camera, you just want to get these photos to your phone or your iPad as quickly as possible and share it immediately. The easiest way to do this is via the Fuji X App, which is available on both iOS and Android. If you have tried using this before in the past, yes, you're correct, this app used to suck.
Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
But rest assured, Fuji has seen the pitchforks and heard our desperate cries and has improved the app, and it actually works beautifully now. Once the X100V has been paired to the app, it's just a matter of tapping a few buttons, and before you know it, the images are on your phone, hassle-free. Now, if you would rather physically transfer those images from your camera to your phone or say your iPad, I recommend picking up one of these SD card adapters. Most modern phones and tablets are USB-C compatible these days, so I use the USB-C to SD adapter from Apple, though I'm pretty sure that any of the adapters that you find like these will get the job done. While the X100V is wonderfully designed, its small size doesn't exactly lend itself to larger hands or even holding it for extended periods of time. There isn't a very large grip, and your thumb has to kind of awkwardly sit on top of or around the rear dial with no place to naturally let it rest. And depending on what you have that rear dial set to, your thumb could be mistakenly adjusting settings when you don't mean to. And resting your thumb to the right of the joystick just doesn't feel natural. Seated snugly within the hot shoe of the camera, a thumb grip is a small addition to the ergonomics of the X100V that makes a huge difference. I find that with it attached, I'm able to really fully grasp the camera and dig in with my thumb, allowing for longer shooting sessions. It's also just way more comfortable to hold with it. Of course, if holding onto your camera for an entire photo outing just isn't your thing, then this next accessory is probably right up your alley. Peanut butter and jelly, Mario and Luigi, Joe Greer and Leica, French fries and Oreos. Now I could name 100 more examples of things that go great together and fit just right.
French fries and Oreos. You know me all too well, dudes.
But just like all of these examples, the value of pairing a camera with a good camera strap simply cannot be overstated. I use straps by Clever Supply. Now, I've gone through my fair share of camera straps over the years, and I've always struggled finding one that was durable and comfortable, but also looked cool. I started using those excellent Peak Design anchors a couple of years back because I love their ability to quickly attach and detach from your camera. I was never really a fan of the way that those Peak Design straps looked. No offense, Peak Design. So enter Clever Supply, a small independent company making waves in the camera community thanks to the brilliant utilization of those Peak Design clips within the design of their custom-made leather straps, resulting in a camera strap that is comfortable, easy to use, and of the highest quality. And the more you use them, and the older they get, the better they look, blending a classic style with long-lasting functionality. I have the skinny strap attached to my X100V, and I use that on all my other cameras as well. And I also have the newly released Joe Greer short strap attached to my Leica M6. Okay, so those are 5 accessories that I think will greatly benefit your shooting experience with the X100V. If you're interested in checking them out, I have links to all of those down below in the description. If you guys have favorite accessories of your own that you'd like to use, put some suggestions in the comments. I'd love to read them and see what they are. I know that Fuji has their summit next month, and the hot topic is that they will be unveiling what could potentially be the successor to the X100V. It has been a couple of years. There's lots of rumors floating around as far as what this camera is going to be capable of. If you own an X100V, are you going to be upgrading? I would love to talk about it in the comments. Anyways, I hope you guys have had a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. I know it's been a couple of months since I put a video out. I went through a pretty terrible creative burnout, and I'm writing all about it. So that will certainly be the next big project that I'm working on right now. I have this ever-evolving short film that I've been writing for a very long time, and the primary subject of it keeps changing because I keep finding parts of my personal creative life that has been going through ups and downs, and I want to be able to put that into this project because I want other people to hear the story, and I think that a lot of people will relate to the story. So that is what I'm working on as soon as this video is done. Anyways, as always, if you learned something, you laughed, or were simply entertained, give this video a thumbs up. You know that helps the video out. And if you're looking for ways to support the channel, the best way to do that, if you haven't already, is to hit the subscribe button. You know that I would greatly appreciate it. Until the next one, get out there, be kind to one another, and go make something. Peace. This shirt is from 2012. It's 12 years old. Isn't that something? That's wild. I got this, I'm a big fan of this band, and I got this shirt on their farewell tour. The fact that it still sort of kind of fits me is, I don't know if I should be impressed or if that's sad.